So as you guys know, last week, Season 3 of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 got revealed. And with it, we got a ton of information, including the roadmap, everything that was coming, so on and so forth. We got trailers, we got teasers, all of it. And we covered it throughout the week very extensively. Well, today we got even more detail. Today, they kind of put out more detailed notes as to what is happening to Warzone, Plunder, and DMZ. And I wanted to kind of go through all of this with you guys and explain what exactly is in this Warzone update that is coming within Season 3. There's a lot here, and there's a whole lot in DMZ. There's a separate blog post altogether for DMZ. So what we're going to do in this video is we are going to start off with the Warzone side of things, and then we are going to move over to DMZ. So if you like one of them more than the other, just know that that's where it's going to take place in the video. But without further ado, let's start off with everything Warzone. So this is the Warzone blog post, and there's a lot here that we are not going to go over, but there are some very big things as well, including the inclusion of one-shot sniper rifles. We'll get there in a minute. But as far as what is in this blog post, first off, they just give us a general overview of what is coming within Season 3. So we start out with Resurgence. This is what it's talking about here. Massive resurgence. So 150 players on Al Mazrah, and it works just like Resurgence from Ashika Island, but on a bigger map with a lot more people. If you're going for high kill games, this is the mode you're going to want to be playing. On top of that, there is a new gulag. This gulag is called Black Site. This is, I believe, the same map that is coming to Gunfight within Modern Warfare 2. So new gulag are going to play very differently than the previous one. Redeploy drones are coming. So they are coming at launch. They're going to be there. They were on Ashika Island before. Now they are coming to Al Mazrah. On top of this, we have perk packages. These come at mid-season. So essentially what these are, I thought you could loot these, but it appears as though you have to get them in buy stations, and there's 3 different types. So first off, we have Vanguard, a fantastic mix of movement, defensive, and tactical benefits, including the ability to restock equipment through resupply and to receive enemy warnings through high alert. So that's pretty powerful. Recon, for the operator who values intel above all else. So with this one, you get tracker and bird's eye, so it helps you find the enemy position. But on top of that, you also get double time and focus. So then we finally have Spectre. This one is for stealthy operators. This package is built on Ghost, which will hide you on UAVs. I don't love that. And then you also get Spotter with this one as well to recognize enemy equipment. And then essentially what it says here is if you want to use these perks on top of the ones in your loadout, you have to be using Overkill. So I'm not 100% sure how that is going to work, but just keep that in mind as we know. So the next thing they detail is the trophy hunt event. I want to kind of explain this one more than we've talked about it before. So what it appears here is in multiplayer, every unique enemy drops 1 trophy. And in non-round based modes, you have to actually pick them up to take them out of the game. And in Search and Destroy, you just have to kill someone. Now, I don't know if you get one for each player on the enemy team. So each game you'll get 6. Whereas Warzone 2 is a little bit different. AI and operators drop trophies, and you have to actually either extract them at a buy station or win the game and you get to keep them. So if you get a bunch of kills or kill a bunch of AI, you can get a ton of these in one game. And similar with DMZ as well. Now, once you get enough trophies, you're going to be able to buy different things in game, including calling cards, double XP tokens, and 2 weapon blueprints as well. So kind of like the event that we had with Season 2, but this one you actually kind of have to play out in a different way. It's not just challenges. Plunder, they give us a guide for that. I'm not going to go through that. The one thing that I will point out, though, is that there are new things that can happen within the game. So you can have blood money. We know what that is. You can have cannon fodder, which is redacted. We don't know what that is. Contractor, don't know what that is. And chokehold, we don't know what that is as well. So some new things coming in as well. And then they just simply say that more info is coming in the patch notes. But they did say one big thing. They said one of the changes will excite operators who took a trip over the rainbow past March. So if you didn't know, if you went to the end of the rainbow, you could get a one-shot kill sniper rifle. They say, expect the return of one-shot sniper rifles under certain attachments and platform condition as a part of the seasonal update. So we don't know if that'll just be headshots or upper body or what attachments we will need to use, but it is coming. So we're going to be paying attention to that when patch notes come out. And they are also going to be changing the locations of buy zones as well. Some will be a little bit more safe. There should be more of them, I'm guessing, but those are kind of the big changes that they stated there. Once the patch notes are out, I will detail you guys on that. Now, DMZ, there is a lot here in DMZ, and as far as this goes, there's a lot of really good things being added in. I wanted to go over it. If you're not a DMZ fan, you can click off the video now, but I want to just kind of explain some of these changes if you enjoy DMZ. So the next thing we have is the the barter system. This is actually completely different than what I thought this system was. This is actually more of a crafting system. They state that around every exclusion zone, you can find recipes. And if you memorize what these recipes are, you can combine different items to create things like kill streak, self-revive kits, keys, so on and so forth, which of course will be very helpful in game. So I don't exactly know how this is going to work 100% yet, but get recipes, use the recipes, get the items in the recipe, craft the items. They are generally important items that are going to really help you out, like self-revives. That's very helpful if you're playing solo DMZ, as I've done on my second channel, which is linked down below. Then we have the contraband workbench. Essentially, the way that this works is if you get a contraband weapon, you pick it up off the ground, you can take it to the workbench, and for money, you can actually edit the attachments on this, making it so that it's almost an insured weapon, but it is a contraband weapon. This is really cool. I think this is awesome. I'm curious how the UI actually works in game, but big thumbs up in my books on this one. Then we have active duty operator slots. This will actually make more sense when we actually look at some of the other stuff that they're adding this season. But essentially, the way that it works is you have various active duty soldiers. When you have these soldiers, your exfil streak will be on that individual soldier. So you can equip them with certain weapons, backpacks, gas masks, things like that. And you can have one for a streak or one to go in and do more difficult challenges that you might more likely die with. Again, this will make more sense in a second. So the first thing we have is new backpacks. There's two different types of backpacks. There's a secure backpack and a scavenger backpack. So we'll start with the secure. Secure backpacks, as the name suggests, secure items between runs. This means that those non-contraband, non-on-soldier items are secured in your inventory and don't convert to XP upon extraction. Plus, items in secure backpack are kept to that active duty soldier if they are eliminated in the extraction zone. The secure backpack is insane. Basically, if you die, you get to keep your items in game. And they state here that this works even for important mission items as well. And they say that there is a barter recipe to make this as well. So you can just make one of these in game. Then they have scavenger backpacks. These take out that third weapon slot, usually found in a medium and large backpack, and add additional item slots. Perfect for completing missions when there's a ton of valuables that you need. So essentially just a different type of backpack. You don't have an extra weapon slot. Now, as far as this secure backpack thing goes, I don't know how this works. If you die with it, does the secure backpack go away, but you keep the items? They don't really explain that too well. But that's not it. There is new plate carriers, tempered, revive, comms, and stealth. So let's go through these different ones. The 3-plate medic vest grants faster revives to squad mates as well as faster self-revives when using a self-revive kit. Pretty straightforward on that one. The comms vest basically allows you to have UAVs last a little bit longer. And this one seems overpowered because as another bonus, the vest also gives you an audio cue when an enemy operator is close to you, like an auditory version of the high alert perk. Great for solo runners. Yes, very good for solo runners. And then we also have the stealth plate, which comes with the ghost perk on it, keeping you off radars. And they also say that there's armor satchels coming back during the season, so you can carry more plates on you as well. There's also a new field upgrade called the rebreather. It is essentially an oxygen tank where you can breathe longer underwater. Pretty straightforward. There's also something new called a skeleton key. Basically, if you get this key, it unlocks any door within DMZ, one of the most powerful things in DMZ. And the only way to get these is created through a special barter system recipe. So you have to build the skeleton key and then you can unlock any door. That's pretty cool in my books. The other thing that they don't really go into here is that there is a new boss. He's going to have a riot shield. We're going to get to that in a second. They say that there's going to be new missions. They say that they will not reset your mission progress, and the new redacted factions will be available to all players. And they're going to have some of the missions at the launch of season 3, and then the rest are going to be added at the mid-season. They also say that there's something completely new coming with the bosses at the mid-season update. Also, there is a new supply run contract. So we finally have the new vehicle, which is the heavy chopper, and it is also an exfil option as well. But the thing is, to use this thing, its fuel is completely drained, and operators must find special fuel around the airport in order to get this thing in the sky. So it's just another option for exfil with some sort of special fuel. Not exactly sure how that will work yet. But essentially, that is it. Those are all the big updates coming to Warzone 2 and DMZ. There will be much more information when it comes to the full-on patch notes, which will probably be coming out on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, have notifications on. This is what we know for now. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, like what you see, subscribe, turn notifications on. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we'll